The cheetah, Acinonyx jubatus, is a large cat and the fastest land animal. It has a tawny to creamy white or pale buff fur that is marked with evenly spaced, solid black spots. The head is small and rounded, with a short snout and black tear-like facial streaks. It reaches 67 to 94 centimeters, 26 to 37 in at the shoulder, and the head and body length is between 1.1 and 1.5 m, 3 feet 7 inches and 4 feet 11 inches. Adults weigh between 21 and 65 kilograms, 46 and 143 pounds. The cheetah is capable of running at 93 to 104 kilometers per hour, 58 to 65 miles per hour. It has evolved specialized adaptations for speed, including a light build, long thin legs, and a long tail. The cheetah was first described in the late 18th century. For subspecies are recognized today that are native to Africa and central Iran. An African subspecies was introduced to India in 2022. It is now distributed mainly in small, fragmented populations in northwestern, eastern, and southern Africa and central Iran. It lives in a variety of habitats, such as savannas in the Serengeti, arid mountain ranges in Sahara, and hilly desert terrain. The cheetah lives in 3 main social groups: females and their cubs, male coalitions, and solitary males. While females lead a nomadic life searching for prey in large home ranges, males are more sedentary and instead establish much smaller territories in areas with plentiful prey and access to females. The cheetah is active during the day, with peaks during dawn and dusk. It feeds on small to medium-sized prey, mostly weighing under 40 kilograms, 88 pounds, and prefers medium-sized ungulates such as impala, springbok, and Thompson's gazelles. The cheetah typically stalks its prey within 60 to 100 m, 200 to 330 feet, before charging towards it, trips it during the chase, and bites its throat to suffocate it to death. It breeds throughout the year, after gestation of nearly 3 months. Females give birth to a litter of 3 or 4 cubs. Cheetah cubs are highly vulnerable to predation by other large carnivores. They are weaned at around 4 months and are independent by around 20 months of age. The cheetah is threatened by habitat loss, conflict with humans, poaching, and high susceptibility to diseases. The global cheetah population was estimated in 2021 at 6,517. It is listed as vulnerable on the IUCN Red List. It has been widely depicted in art, literature, advertising, and animation. It was tamed in ancient Egypt and trained for hunting ungulates in the Arabian Peninsula and India. It has been kept in zoos since the early 19th century. Cheetahs use their tail as a rudder-like means of steering that enables them to make sharp turns at 9 degrees Fahrenheit. The lunar cycle can also influence the cheetah's routine. Activity might increase on moonlit nights as prey can be sighted easily, though this comes with the danger of encountering larger predators. Hunting is a major activity throughout the day, with peaks during dawn and dusk. Groups rest in grassy clearings after dusk. Cheetahs often inspect their vicinity at observation points, such as elevations to check for prey or larger carnivores. Even while resting, they take turns at keeping a lookout. Cheetahs have a flexible and complex social structure and tend to be more gregarious than several other cats, except the lion. Individuals typically avoid one another but are generally amicable. Males may fight over territories or access to females in estrus, and on rare occasions such fights can result in severe injury and death. Females are not social and have minimal interaction with other individuals, barring the interaction with males when they enter their territories or during the mating season. Some females, generally mother and offspring or siblings, may rest beside one another during the day. Females tend to lead a solitary life or live with offspring in undefended home ranges. Young females often stay close to their mother for life, but young males leave their mother's range to live elsewhere. Some males are territorial and group together for life, forming coalitions that collectively defend a territory which ensures maximum access to females. This is unlike the behavior of the male lion who mates with a particular group pride of females. In most cases, a coalition will consist of brothers born in the same litter who stayed together after weaning, but biologically unrelated males are often allowed into the group. In the Serengeti, 30% of members in coalitions are unrelated males. If a cub is the only male in a litter, He will typically join an existing group or form a small group of solitary males with 2 or 3 other lone males who may or may not be territorial. In the Kalahari Desert, around 40% of the males live in solitude. Males in a coalition are affectionate toward each other, grooming mutually and calling out if any member is lost. Unrelated males may face some aversion in their initial days in the group. All males in the coalition typically have equal access to kills when the group hunts together, and possibly also to females who may enter their territory. A coalition generally has a greater chance of encountering and acquiring females for mating. However, its large membership demands greater resources than do solitary males. A 1987 study showed that solitary and group males have a nearly equal chance of coming across females, but the males in coalitions are notably healthier and have better chances of survival than their solitary counterparts. The cheetah is a vocal feeler with a broad repertoire of calls and sounds. The acoustic features and the use of many of these have been studied in detail. The vocal characteristics, such as the way they are produced, are often different from those of other cats. For instance, a study showed that exhalation is louder than inhalation in cheetahs, while no such distinction was observed in the domestic cat. These are some commonly recorded vocalizations observed in cheetahs. Chirping, a chirp or a stutter bark, is an intense bird-like call and lasts less than a second. Cheetahs chirp when they are excited, for instance, when gathered around a kill. Other uses include summoning concealed or lost cubs by the mother, or as a greeting or courtship between adults. Chowing, or chirtling a chir, is a shrill, staccato call that can last up to 2 seconds. Chirring and chirping have been noted for their similarity to the soft and loud roars of a lion. It is produced in similar context as chirping. Purring. Similar to purring in domestic cats, but much louder, it is produced when the cheetah is content, and as a form of greeting or when licking one another. It involves continuous sound production alternating between aggressive and ingressive airstreams. Agonistic sounds. These include bleating, coughing, growling, hissing, meowing and moaning, or yowling. A bleat indicates distress. For instance, when a cheetah confronts a predator that has stolen its kill. Growls, hisses, and moans are accompanied by multiple strong hits on the ground with the front paw, during which the cheetah may retreat by a few meters. A meow, though a versatile call, is typically associated with discomfort or irritation. The cheetah is a carnivore that hunts small to medium-sized prey, weighing 20 to 60 kilograms, 44 to 132 pounds, but mostly less than 40 kilograms, 88 pounds. Its primary prey are medium-sized ungulates. They are the major component of the diet in certain areas, such as Dama and Dorcas gazelles in the Sahara, impala in the eastern and southern African woodlands, springbok in the arid savannas to the south, and Thompson's gazelle in the Serengeti. Smaller antelopes like the common duiker are frequent prey in the southern Kalahari. Larger ungulates are typically avoided, though Nyala, whose males weigh around 120 kilograms, 260 pounds, were found to be the major prey in a study in the Finda Game Reserve. In Namibia, cheetahs are the major predators of livestock. The diet of the Asiatic cheetah consists of chinkara, desert hare, Goida gazelle, urial, wild goats, and livestock. In India, cheetahs use to prey mostly on black buck. The cheetah breeds throughout the year. Females are polyoestrous and induced ovulatory with an estrous cycle of 12 days on average that can vary from 3 days to a month. They have their first litter at 2 to 3 years of age and can conceive again after 17 to 20 months from giving birth, or even sooner if a whole litter is lost. Males can breed at less than 2 years of age in captivity, but this may be delayed in the wild until a male acquires a territory. A 2007 study showed that females who gave birth to more litters early in their life often died younger, indicating a trade-off between longevity and yearly reproductive success. Urine marking in males can become more pronounced when a female in their vicinity comes into estrus. Males, sometimes even those in coalitions, fight among one another to secure access to the female. Often one male will eventually win dominance over the others and mate with the female, though a female can mate with different males. Mating begins with a male approaching the female, who lies down on the ground. Individuals often chirp, purr, or yelp at this time. No courtship behavior is observed.